Hello, friends. It is Tuesday at 2. Welcome. I'm trying a little bit of a newer format. So I'm hoping that it'll all work out because last week I really had some problems with the technology, with my phone going wonky and the image going upside down and all sorts of crazy things. So I just wanted to try a new format. I don't know how it's going to work. I did do a little test earlier. So thank you to those of you who commented and let me know that you could see the video, and apparently the sound was okay. So hopefully it will work out. But welcome, welcome. My name is Genevieve Coe. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada. And I just love stamping. I'm not somebody who was ever considered creative or crafty, but when I was introduced to Stampin' Up! Products from a friend of mine, Jan from church, she invited me to a little Stampin' get together. And the only reason I went really was to get a break from my little kitties. That was probably 15 years ago or something. So it was pretty eye-opening about how easy it was to create. And so slowly I fell in love, and it made sense for me to become a demonstrator so that I could get a discount on the things that I wanted to purchase. And since then, I have made so many wonderful friendships in the Stampin' Up! Community. I've discovered that I love sharing stamping with others, and it's more fun to do it together than to stamp by myself. So welcome. Every Tuesday afternoon, I try to go live and share a project and also share some announcements in my happy Stampin' for Fun world. So I've been a demonstrator for over 14 years. And as I mentioned, I love to share. So I usually have lots of classes going on. I try to hop on every week on Tuesday afternoons. And that's where you can find me. So I hope that you'll join some of my classes. I'm a very active demonstrator. I love to offer different opportunities for you to participate in, no matter what stage you are in the Stampin' journey. So it does feel a little weird because in the past, when I've done these live videos, I can see the comments, but it's not looking like I'm getting to see very many comments here. So I don't know whether no one's commenting or whether no one's commenting. So it does feel a little weird whether here I am trying to read the comments and I got my iPad going. So maybe that's a bad idea. So it looks like there's some comments. I just can't see them. Maybe if I mute this completely, I can see the comments here. Okay. Oh, yes, we have some friends. Yay. Okay, Gwyneth is here, Karen is here, wonderful. Okay, so sorry for all these technological glitches, but yay, I'll try to see your comments at the same time. Okay, so some announcements. There's always stuff going on. So you got both screens this time. That's a little upgrade with my new technology strategy. Okay, so a few announcements. Right here is the link that you need to know to find all my important links, linktree/Stampin' for Fun. Once you get to know me, you'll know that all my class registrations are always due on the 1st of the month. So since we're approaching the end of April, now is definitely the time to be signing up for classes. You can find my class sign up link here. But to give you a little sneak peek of what's coming up in terms of May classes, as usual, one of my newest class offerings is a scrapbooking class. So every month I offer a scrapbooking kit that will be mailed to you or you can pick up from me. You'll get step-by-step instructions and you'll get it's basically a tutorial on how to create that layout. It's 2 12-by-12 pages. And then on top of that, you'll get an exclusive Zoom room on the the 4th Friday of each month. And we will scrapbook together. So I won't be, going step-by-step a video how to make the scrapbook page because you'll have the instructions. It's more like an accountability friend so that you do your scrapbooking. We get to do our scrapbooking together and put those beautiful pictures pictures into a meaningful album. So I would love to have you join me. You can just pay as you go each month. It's only $48 per class. But if you become a monthly subscriber, you only have to pay $45 a class, and you can actually earn a $25 product credit after 7 classes. So it is the better deal if you become a subscriber. Just ask me for the link, the subscription link, and you're in. But if you want to just try it out, you don't have to become a subscriber. You can just register for the class just through my registration link. Just go ahead and register. And even if you want to be a subscriber, just go ahead and register through the upcoming classes link. You'll see a little box that says Memories Matters. You click that one. And if I'll be in touch about whether you want to be a subscriber or a pay as you go. Okay, so that is a great option for those of you who are scrapbookers and just haven't had time to do your scrapbooking, or for those of you who have never scrapbooked before and need a little bit of hand holding. I am here for you. I have really enjoyed scrapbooking over the years, and even just this past weekend, I was away in Vancouver, and we took lots of pictures, and already I'm thinking about how wonderful it's going to be for our family to be able to look at the pictures again, not on a computer screen, but in an album. So hopefully you can join me for that. Yes, Layla. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Okay, I did manage to see Layla's comment pop up. Not all the comments are popping up. Okay, next up is a reminder that the May Paper Pumpkin, that's right. So if you subscribe or you get the May kit, the Paper Pumpkin kit, you have a chance to get a golden voucher. So they're going to be hiding little golden tickets in the May Paper Pumpkin boxes. So you want a May Paper Pumpkin box because you might get a golden voucher. Who doesn't want a golden voucher? So you can get 1, 2, 3, get as many kits as you want, and just let me know. You probably, if you're not a subscriber yet, you can become a subscriber, or you can get a prepaid code. That is fine as well. So let me know and I can help you with that. So if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's an all-inclusive crafting box. Everything you need is inside, including a stamp set, an ink spot, the project kit, embellishments. If it's cards, there would be envelopes. So anything you need would be inside. So that's just a little reminder to make sure you get signed up to get a May Paper Pumpkin box, because you could be the lucky recipient of a golden voucher. And oh, by the way, the golden voucher, I believe, is like, I want to say it's like a $35 product credit. I should probably check, but it's something like that. Very exciting. Okay. Next up, speaking of upcoming classes, I know I had mentioned that before. Oh, you know what? Let me talk about keep going with Paper Pumpkin, because there is a offer that between 12th of April and the 14th of June, but only while supplies last, there is a discounted price on the Hope Paper Pumpkin box. So maybe you can see the beautiful cards that are made with that box. And it has been discounted by 50%, I believe. So you can get a full kit with stamps and ink and all the pre-cut pieces for only $12. So just let me know if you want one. I can include it in the next group order. Speaking of ordering, just announced today, there is going to be a free shipping offer. Stamp It Up just like announced it, just told us this, not tomorrow, I think the day after, the 21st, 1920, yeah, 21st. So I believe that's a Thursday, only for 24 hours, free shipping on all orders $100 or more. Okay, so mark that date in your calendar, circle it. Hopefully you're on my email newsletter list. If you're not, get yourself signed up so that you'll get the reminders from me. You can shop online, you can message me your order, whatever works for you. I just don't want you to miss out. Okay, so next up is a reminder of the Girls Getaway Stamp Camp. So this is going to be a super fun stamp camp where you get to make 10 different projects. Jennifer Cotton and I are partnering together to help keep to help design and bring to you 10 different projects. You'll also get a goodie bag. You'll also get an exclusive Facebook group where we are going to go live on June the 4th. And we hopefully will be in Utah, Southern Utah, having our own girls getaway. So you get to kind of vacation with us. You get to make your projects. You'll get the full tutorials for all the projects. So don't miss out on that. You can register right here on my link, linktree/Stampin' for Fun. Click upcoming classes. And part of the Stamp Camp are optional classes as well. And of course, all these things are using brand new products. Okay, so Jennifer and I have already been designing. We've already been planning what's in the goodie bag. We'll be like hitting submit on May the 3rd to order all our things. So that's why I want you to register by May the 1st so that I know exactly how much of things to order, because I'm sure things are going to sell out quickly. I just want you to have all the supplies for your Stamp Camp that you need. But to give you a little sneak peek of one of the optional classes, it is the Sweet Songbirds class. Here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the Sweet Songbirds class, here's a little sneak peek of one of the cards. There's not even a bird on this card, but it's just showing you the versatility of that stamp set. The stamp set will be included in the class. If you already have it, I know some of you are demonstrators, you might have already pre-ordered it. Don't worry, you can just substitute another set. Just let me know at the time when you're registering. So that is one of the optional classes. Another of the optional classes is the Bottled Happiness class. So lots going on. Make sure you don't miss out on that. Okay, so I'm feeling a little discombobulated because I can't see all the comments. Great, Serena's here. Kathy, wonderful. Did I miss any comments? Okay, so keep commenting and saying hello, because I do love to just do a little, first of all, the comments help me feel like we're together. And the other thing is I like to just pick a little winner each week. So last week's winner was Sharon R. And actually, Sharon, I put your little prize in your technique class packet because I think you're coming to pick that up. Okay, so yay, Sharon. So keep commenting, because I do look at all the comments and I randomly pick a winner each week for a little happy mail, for a little happy gift from me. Hi, Jennifer. I hope you're feeling well. Okay, so let's see if I can do the magic to showcase my table and get rid of my face here. So see how that works. Okay. Hopefully this will work. I'm trying some new things, so I'm so sorry that it's a little off kilter. I wonder if okay, I think this still works. Hopefully you can see my tabletop, you can see my hands, I can see what I'm stamping. So I think we're a win-win-win here. All right, who remembers what the product of the month is? For those of you that are new to my page and new to watching my Facebook Lives and my Tuesday at 2, each Tuesday, or sort of each month, I like to pick a product and showcase it all month long, and we make different things. So who remembers what we are doing this month? Looking to see if there's any comments, but it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so it is the Waves of Inspiration bundle. So there's the stamp set and the dies. Okay, and they work together. It's a set of 10 dies. And then this is the stamp set. And also this month, I've kind of been showcasing the exclusive designer series paper that goes along with it. So this paper is actually only limited time while supplies last. I checked the store. It looks like it's still available. And that way you can grab it before it's gone. I really don't know how long it's going to last, but I was showcasing it as well the past couple weeks. Let me see whether I have samples from, let me see. Okay, so week 1 of April on the Tuesday is, hang on, this one. Okay. Oh boy, Is there like a really bad shadow? Okay, so this was on the first week. So you can see how I used the designer series paper to actually cut out that wave there. I used the designer series paper here last week and actually heat embossed on it, heat embossed the stamped image on it. Oh, and I forgot to mention the April online ordering special. If you do decide to, which I really encourage, taking advantage of some shopping, especially on Thursday when it's free shipping day with any orders $100 or more, you may as well shop online, because if you shop online, you'll get my online ordering special, which is the pre-cut pieces for the 4 cards using the Waves of Inspiration bundle. Okay, so this is card 1. This is card 2, and I will cut and prepare everything for you and put them in, including envelopes, believe it or not. So it's great. It's like getting a class in the mail, absolutely free as a thank you for shopping online. So to qualify for this, your order just has to be at least $60. But just remember, if you're shopping on Thursday on free shipping day, in order to qualify for the free shipping, you need to be at $100. Okay, that's just Stampin' Up's little rule there for their free shipping promotion. So who's excited to see what we are going to create today? I am excited to share. So sometimes when I have a little bit of trouble figuring out what I want to stamp or what I want to create, I grab the Ideabook and Catalog. So this is the newest one, which I'm not allowed to open and show you the inside yet. But if you want your own copy, make sure you request one through my link here. Okay, anyone who shopped with me in the past year will get one. And I'm happy to send them out free if you've shopped with me in the past year. If you haven't shopped with me in the past year and you don't have another demonstrator that you shop with, feel free to go ahead and request one on here. I just have a small charge to help offset the shipping. But I totally refund that if you decide to place any size order in May or June. Okay, so anyway, back to the project that I was going to make today. Whenever I don't know what to do or I need a little inspiration, I go to the catalog and I start browsing all the amazing ideas that are inside. So although it's called an annual catalog, I feel like it should be called Annual Catalog and Idea Book. I think that's how they used to call it, and I got rid of that part. Maybe it was too long for the title, but it truly is an inspirational idea book. So today's card was inspired by a project that I saw in the new catalog. So why don't we get started? I'm going to use some smoky slate cardstock. And this is the base, the normal size. And then let's score it. Use our handy dandy paper trimmer here. So the regular size of our cardstock is 8.5 by 11 inches. So I just cut it in half at 5.5. And I'm going to score it at 4.25. Okay, so our paper trimmer actually has a cutting blade, which is this dark colored one, and it has a scoring blade, which is a light colored one. Okay, and that will be our card base. So even though I'm having trouble seeing the comments, please make sure to keep commenting, because I think I can kind of stop and check my iPad and tap it, and I do get to see comments. Oh, good. Nan's here. Lindsay's here. Hello, Lindsay. Okay, so we've got our card base. This is our smoky slate card base. And then the next thing I'm going to use is something that I haven't used in a while, but I'm excited to use it today, is our watercolor paper. So this is our heavyweight watercolor paper. Okay, yeah, it's an archival cotton watercolor paper. So I'm going to grab that. And let's see if this is the size I need. No, this is too small. What I'm looking for is a 5-inch by 3 3/4 inch piece. So let me grab that. Yep, 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Okay, and it just creates, it's going to create a little layer on our card here. So you may be wondering, why is she using watercolor paper? Watercolor paper is the perfect paper that you want to use if you're doing any form of watercoloring or using water for some reason or another, and we are going to do kind of what I call a watercolor wash background. Okay. Are any of you new to watercoloring or watercoloring effects, watercolor wash background? I'm excited that you're here because I'm going to show you how easy it is. So I'm going to grab our aqua painters. Okay, these are our watercolor brushes. I don't know how many you get in a package. What's our package look like here? It looks like you kind of get 3. Yeah, you get 3 in a package. They're called water painters. That's what they're called. So there's different kind of brush tips. Okay, the one that I'm using is actually like kind of like a large paintbrush kind of tip. And I've already filled the barrel with water. So the only thing, excuse me, that I found a bit strange is to open it, you actually turn it the opposite way than you would expect. I don't know. So just don't become, it took me a while because to open something, I thought, I don't know, I thought I would, I just found a little odd. So if it doesn't open the first time, try turning it the other way. And then what I did is I filled the barrel with water. Okay. And then I screwed the lid back on in the way that was opposite from what seemed natural to me. Okay. And then I'm using this large brush here. Okay. And then new product alert. I am going to be using a new color, the Tahitian Tide. So Stamp It Up each year comes out with 5 new colors to which they call the in colors. So as a demonstrator, I got to pre-order the new in colors. So here's a little sneak peek of them. Okay, here I won't lay them out so that you can see. I've already started playing with them because I was already designing for the Girls Getaway Stamp Camp that Jennifer and I are doing, which we really hope that you'll join in on because it's the more the merrier with the Girls Getaway Stamp Camp. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you sign up for the Girls Getaway Stamp Camp and you get a friend to sign up for the camp as well, who's never signed up for our classes before, and you bring a brand new friend and they sign up, you actually get a gift from us too. So we just want to make it a girlfriend's time and something fun. So here we go. Let's use the Tahitian Tide. Do you want to hear the others? Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, and Parakeet Party. So lots of new things to play with. And there is a special, so the new catalog doesn't go live till May the 3rd, but if you want these things earlier, it's really easy. You just become a demonstrator and you get to order them first. It's one of the major perks of joining my team. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the watercoloring, what I like to do to pick up the ink from the ink pad is I like to squeeze the lid. Some of you may know this little trick. Even with our new ink pads, it still works pretty well if you apply some pressure in the center of the ink pad and then open it. Okay, so you can see I was doing it before, but let's see whether we can get more. Sometimes I just have to like kind of push on the ink, top of the ink pad there, and see if we can add some more color. I did not do a good job getting it, but anyway, that's how I got the color on there. Okay, and then all you have to do, there's like, it says push here right on the barrel. So you're just going to push hard and some water will start to go through the barrel into the brush. Okay, so my brush is already pretty moist because I was using it, and I'm going to pick up the color here. So I do not recommend that you put your water painters right into the ink pad. That's why I'm using this part of the case of the ink pad as a palette. The other thing you could do is you could put ink refill in here and use it as a palette. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up some of that color and I am just going to do broad circular strokes. Okay, and then we're just going to create a wash here. Okay, see if we can get more color. Sometimes we need more water. Okay, and so I'm just squeezing the barrel to get more out. Okay, and it just kind of creates a watercolor wash. Now, if I have a paper towel, hang on. So if it gets pretty runny here, I just kind of wipe it. Okay, and let's see whether we can get some more ink if we want some here. Okay. The old ink pads seem to be a lot more flexible. The new ink pads, it kind of takes some force to get that ink pushing through. I don't know. I did it no problem before. Let's see. If we can just kind of. There we go. Okay, and then it gives us that extra ink on the lid there. So we can grab some more color if we want. Actually, it's looking pretty good. I don't think we really need that much more, but we can make it darker or lighter. I kind of go circular because I like the softer edges rather than sort of streaky, but it depends on the kind of look that you want. Okay, you can and that's the great thing about the watercolor paper is it doesn't make the paper pilly or anything. You can just put tons of water and it's totally fine. Okay. Okay. So that's our Tahitian Tide. Hello, Tahitian Tide. So you see how the paper, it's moist, but it's not going all pilly. Like it's not the paper is not decomposing, if that makes any sense. Hi, Gail. Oh, Gail, I just saw you join in. I have a huge box here for you. I don't know if you're ever out and about, whether you want to come and pick it up. Huge box from when I was doing the mystery box giveaway. So yeah, I haven't been down to your area to drop it off, but just wanted to let you know it was here waiting for you. Okay, so here we go. Here's our beautiful watercolor wash. If it's wet, you can wait for it to dry, but I'm going to speed it up a bit by using my heat tool and drying it. Okay. And I think what I'm also going to do, just to give it a little more interest in the background. Okay, there's so many things going on in my life right now. You're hearing all about it. I just got my backyard renovated. And anyway, there's some last touches and the contractor's supposed to come by later today. And I think in my mind, I was worried he's going to show up. I mean, as Murphy's Law would have it, he's probably going to show up while I'm doing this video. But anyway, too bad. I'm always here Tuesday at 2, so he'll just have to wait if he shows up. I'm using the Wink of Stella, and to add to the background, I'm actually splattering. So I'm flicking the brush tip against the inside of the lid. Okay. There we go. And then we can splatter away. Okay, you'll get some bigger spots, some smaller spots. Okay, and there is our beautiful background coming to life. Okay, with our watercolor wash, with our Wink of Stella glitter brush splatter. It's already a work of art. I'm very excited. Okay, so let's let that dry. In the meantime, I'm going to stamp some images that we'll cut out and put on here. Now, our watercolor paper is not as kind of bright white as our basic white paper, but I thought a good match would be our shimmery white paper. So our shimmery white paper actually has a bit of a shimmer to it. It is such a subtle, subtle shimmer. You probably can't really see it. You can see it a bit there in the camera, hopefully. Okay, so I think that's a nice match for stamping with our watercolor paper. So I'm going to stamp onto the shimmery white. And I am going to use our feature stamp set, the Waves of Inspiration. And I'm going to use this pelican guy. Is it a pelican? Oh, he's already on me. And I'm going to stamp it with the smoky slate so that it coordinates with our card base. So let's grab our smoky slate here. And tap, tap, tap. I just re-inked it, so it might be a little darker than usual, but okay, see the nice detail on the wooden post there? So let's do another one. Okay, so we've got these great images that we're going to stamp and cut out. So while we're waiting for our pretty background to dry, we can cut these out. Where's our dies here? So there is a coordinating die. Here it is. Maybe I haven't had time to put the magnet sheet on and make my dies all nice. Okay, perfect match. Let's cut that out. We'll use our mini cut and emboss machine. Hey, isn't this fun? Okay, I don't know, is it fun for you to watch me? But I'm having a blast creating. I love stamping. It still amazes me after all these years that I can make something pretty, because it's not, you know, I'm not an artist by nature or anything. It's really the products that make it work well for me. So let's cut that out. Okay, and then we'll do the same with the other one. Isn't that a great image? So let's do the same here. I'm just using our mini cut and emboss machine. So since I'm trying this new format of doing the live, I have so many devices on my desk. I've got my laptop, I've got my iPad, I've got my mount with the phone on it. So not that much table room left. I'll have to buy a bigger table. Okay, let's see. So that's why I'm using my mini cut and emboss machine. Oops, that's a catch there. Okay. Mini cut and emboss takes up a little less room. Okay, we did pretty well there, cutting those guys out. Okay. Oh, before I put this away, I am going to cut out one more die. In this Waves of Inspiration bundle and this die set, there's actually a couple of label dies. So I'm going to cut out this label die using some petal pink cardstock. Let's see whether I have a little scrappy piece I can use somewhere. Here we go. So let's cut that out. And this creates a really unique kind of label, because it actually has like little, I don't even know if the word is notches, little notches on either side, so that you can kind of have a bit of a design on the end of the label, but you can also use it to maybe slide some ribbon through or something like that. So I thought that was neat. We will use that today. Let's move our little mini cut and emboss guy out of the way and keep working on our card. Maybe I'll pause for a minute here and see if there's any questions or comments I've been missing. Oh, you're welcome, Beverly. I'm glad that you liked that watercolor idea. Hi, Joy. Yes, Sharon, you can also use an ink spot for the watercoloring projects. So what you're going to want to do, the ink spot, you'll probably need to kind of have a different palette. So for those of you that don't know, Sharon's asking about these little ink spots, whether we can use them for watercoloring as well. And you can. The trick is, like, you can't, there's no flex, like you really can't get ink onto this lid. So you would probably have to use a re-inker, or you could actually try using something with a waxy background. Here, this is a bit waxy. Let's try it. Scrap paper on my desk here. There you go. Okay, so this is like a wax. I think it's the backing off the adhesive sheets. Okay, so you could totally use that to help you do your watercoloring. See that? Okay, so that's a great question, Sharon. I'm glad I saw that question on the comments. Okay, so that's how you would do it. Or you could maybe use some saran wrap or something like that, some sort of plastic wrap. Okay. Okay, so let's keep working on our card here. Whoa, so happy about those Winkostella sparkles. Okay, and we've got our two little birdies. Oh no, I wanted to cut out something else. Okay, we'll have to do that. In the meantime, let's stand. Sorry, I mumble to myself all the time when I craft. Don't be alarmed. You're wondering, is she going crazy? No, this is normal for Genevieve, mumbling while she stamps. I'm using basic gray ink, and I'm using the sentiment here, your strength is an inspiration. So I am going to stamp that onto the label, trying my best to be straight. Not bad, not bad. I'm using basic gray there. See how it perfectly fits on that label? That is one of the very happy things about using Stampin' Up! Products because of the awesome coordination. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I wanted to take the dies for the birds. There's like these little seagulls or these little birds. Let me grab them, and because we're going to need some birds in our scene. I could totally stamp them, but I think I showed stamping with the birds last week, so I thought this week it might be fun to show you the dies for the birds. Okay, so let's use those. Okay, and then we're going to use some basic gray cardstock for that. Before I cut it out, I am going to put a tiny bit of our adhesive on. This is our adhesive sheets. Okay, just put it on the back here. Oh, we already have some here, so we can just use that. Okay, and then we'll cut out our birds. So the adhesive sheets, I tend to use them when the dies are smaller because it's hard to put adhesive afterwards. You can certainly use our fine tip glue pen, which is exactly what I do when I forget to use my adhesive sheets. But it is super nice and convenient to have the adhesive sheets basically turn our die into like a little sticker. Okay, so let's roll that out. Okay, I don't know. I've never noticed this before. Are you getting like closed captioning for my Tuesday at 2? Maybe this is a new feature. I have no idea. Because now you don't even have to have the volume on to watch me. You can just watch the subtitles. Kind of cool. Okay. So a fantastic background. Let's put our birds here. So see how the adhesive sheet turned our die cut into a sticker? We just peel that off. Sticky on the back. And we've got our birds. There we go. Okay, and then we can put our little pelicans on there too. Need some dimensionals. I like the extra depth that the dimensionals give, so we'll just put a few dimensionals on there. Dimensionals are like foam adhesives. So they are double-sided adhesives, but there's like foam between them, so it makes it pop up, which is very fun. Okay, yay! And then here's our label. And because it has these great little kind of openings or notches here, I thought, let's find some ribbon in there. And I grabbed the metallic mesh. It kind of, I don't know, it just kind of made, first, I love this mesh. Second of all, it's glittery. So it really goes nicely with the glitter splatters that I've got going on. And then it's almost like fishing nets, you know, like we've got the whole ocean seaside thing. I just came back from Vancouver, so I like this whole ocean thing that we've got going here. It was a bit upsetting there coming back from Vancouver. I mean, and then coming back to basically a snowstorm. Like, what the heck? What was that all about? Oh, I forgot to put some adhesive back here. That was a bit shocking. I didn't expect it to be snowstorming when I came back. And it wasn't that warm in Vancouver. So I thought, oh, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, it might even be warmer in Toronto. You know, we're not next to the ocean and it's been warming up. And then I come back and there's like a snowstorm. Wow, that was pretty. And you know how much, if you tune in every week on Tuesday, you've been hearing me all winter long complain about winter and can't wait for spring. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm pulling this mesh across the back so that it peeks out above and below the label. Okay, I think we don't need this quite so long, so I'm gonna snip some of that off. Isn't that neat? Okay, so let's put some dimensionals here to give it some extra pop, and then our card is almost done. There we go. And then we'll put this on top. If you wanted to, you could put another layer in between. I decided not to. Oh, is my adhesive done? I can tell it's done because you can see the red in here, but I was hoping to get like a little bit more out of here, but be the end of the line for this guy, of course. There we go. And there is our card today. So this is card number 3. I would be happy to die cut the pieces for you, send the pieces in an envelope along with the 3 other cards for this month. As a part of my thank you, if you choose to order online in April, your order just has to be a minimum of $60. So you'll have to tune in next week to find out what the 4th card will be. Okay, but hopefully you're getting a good sense of ways that you can use this Waves of Inspiration bundle, which you could totally purchase on my online store as it's available now. And then you can also take advantage of the free shipping on Thursday. And then don't forget to sign up for any upcoming classes, request your catalog, all sorts of things I got going on. If you want to get your hands on some of the new stuff early, make sure you take advantage of the starter kit, join my team, because you can pick $165 of whatever you want, no tax, no shipping. You only pay $135. Sorry, you pay $135, no tax, no shipping. If you live in Ontario, I think some provinces you might have to pay some tax, but it's free shipping for everyone. But you get to choose 165 of whatever you want. You can choose from the new products. You can choose from the new ink pads. So I would love to have you join the fun. Okay, so let me see whether I can change the view here so that I can see you again. Okay, so it looks like I think this new way sort of worked. At least I didn't go sideways compared to what happened last week. I saw Jan commented last week, you're upside down. And I'm like, I know, I don't know how to fix it. So far, so good. I would love to see. Now, just before I sign off, let me check if any more questions came through. Oh, yep. You can put it on a block. Good. Okay, so even if you're watching the replay, I love to see your comments. So go ahead and comment, and I pick a winner each week for just a little happy mail. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, Tuesday at 2, and make sure to stay in touch with me either by signing up for classes. You can contact me anytime, send me a message, ask me questions. I love to answer questions and I love to connect with you. Thanks for letting me share. I hope you enjoyed today's project. Bye for now.